Hello guys, today is the 26th of May and I just want to show you my syntropic system here in temperate climate in Italy. We are in the north of Italy, center northeast of Italy, in a region called Emilia-Romagna, and I think we haven't so much agrosyntropic system here in Europe, so I tried my system here, and it's quite simple system. I think it's very more difficult here than Brazil or tropical climate to build a good agrosyntropic system, but this is my experiment. I see some stuff that it works and other that doesn't work. Just want to show you some simple stuff like the top canopy tree and the peach tree, and how I put the tree, the fruit tree near the emergent tree, and if you live like in France or if you are living in Spain in a temperate climate like this, you can try this system. It's very simple. So we have white poplar here. I use like emergent tree white poplar, and I use the black poplar also, and willow, white willow, like emergent. If you can see, are very near to the fruit tree. Like in this case, this apple tree. All the tree that you are seeing, this is a system that I planted last year. So it's a 15 years old agro system. The tree are you can see in the YouTube channel all the passage for build this system, but is also you can put lettuce, you can put like how do you say in English, ortaggi, that don't need so much of light under the tree, just in the first on the first or second year, but so this is all the tree that you are seeing are 15 years old tree, but I plant this tree in bare root. So the tree, when I was planted this, I buy that it was in this high, and this is the grow of the past year, and this is the grow of this year. This new shoot. So I use white poplar, black poplar, and white willow, like emergent. I use a low layer of Sambucus nigra, and then like medium layer I use all the fruit tree. So apple, I use peach, I use fig, I use kaki, and apricot, I use plum, nashi pear, and you see, all are in fruitification. In the second year you can, if you prune well the tree, you are already eating your fruit in the second year of plantation. We have some problem for sure with you see, I don't know the name in English, aphid, I don't know, but it's possible to eat a lot of fruit already in the second year. And it's good to choose a cultivar good in this region. I tried to choose quite good cultivar. I'm not expert, but In some case I did well, in other not. Like in this, because it's full of bola del pesco problem of the leaf. And so the distance, just to show you, is very very dense. It's too dense. But this is a prototype, it's just a proof. And then for sure you have to prune a lot of the. Now I have to prune another time the top canopy here, because it's going in direction of the apple. So here we have just to show you is better. So you see the nashi pear here, and the distance of 1 meter you see the black poplar, that is an emergent layer. Also here we have to cut, already cut here. I did this cutting this April and March, but as the tree are growing very fast, you still to cut. And then other meter you have other emergent layer like salix, white willow, and then I put here just in the for the first years Amorus nigra, but it's not so good here for sure, because it's for me it's a top canopy layer. I put Sambucus nigra, but then when the nashi open, the Sambucus nigra have not space, so this is a very dense system. And so what I can say that you can put like currant to under like this. Ribes, don't know the name. Currant, I don't know. Or gooseberry, maybe the name in English. Like this. This is very I love gooseberry. You put in the low layer. And I just have to say one stuff, like it's a peach, Italian peach, very typical, Sant'Anna Balducci. Just have to say that yeah, so in this case I put the hay, I buy the hay, because I don't have all the stuff to do this, but for sure here is possible to cut the grass 4 times a year, and so you put there in to do in this mulch part. And this is the key for sure for starting and trying a lot of tree. Like here is working very good the white poplar, better than black poplar. They are working very better here, the white poplar, and black poplar is not so good. Salix is quite good this year, it's better. They are growing very fast and they love to be pruned. And so another stuff that I want to say, we can go there. If I go there in the east part of my field, I have a problem of salinization, because there is like a salt channel, because I am 1 kilometer far away from the coast, and I have a big problem. But if you can see the amount of fruit of some trees like this, the apricot Aurora is very early apricot. We are in the 26th of May, and this in 1 week already, and so for sure I have to take one and put in the ground, because it's too much heavier. But I don't think that here I make my experience in Brazil. I knew syntropic system in the Brazil, Minas Gerais, and they use for layer, no? I think here in temperate climate we cannot do this. For me it's better to use just 3 layer for simple. It's simplest. And at least for my starting point, I think it's better for me to understand using only 3 layers. And so I use emergent layer, like I said, or the poplar or the willow, and then I use the medium layer, all the fruit tree, but not the cherry. For me, the cherry tree is as you can see, there's cherry there. This is a cherry tree. It's very, very high. It's too high. I know that it's not about the tallest, the higher, but it's about insulation. But the cherry tree seems to need a lot of quantity of light, and so I use emergent layer poplar and salix. I use medium layer peach, apricot, fig, kaki, nashi, pear, apple, all these we have. And then I use like a low layer currant, gooseberry, raspberry, blueberry, all these. Here there aren't so much. I just use the Sambucus nigra, but also they produce like a good bacche berry. I don't know, not berry the name, but you can do jam or stuff like this. But I use not to produce food, but to doing chopping and drop. So I chop like you see here 2 weeks ago, and they sprout very well, and I can put here. You see, this was all the Sambucus foliage, and that's it. So just to finish the video, this is my first video I do in English, because I will go into the volunteering in India and maybe in agroforestry system, and I just want to show you that you can do a lot of stuff also with the vineyard. You see this, but now this is a 4 years old tree. This is my first experiment of apple, and so yeah, this is still 2 years old. No, actually it's 15 month experiment. This is a super dense area, like I see in the Brazil, that they stay very, very dense, but without the external source of biomass is impossible, because the grass here grows very, very fast. But here I produce a lot of this stuff, pruning the poplar. So if you stay very, very dense, also the good stuff that you produce a lot of biomass in the first year. But for me, not enough if you don't use hay or other stuff. So here we are in this is 4 years old tree that have some problem, because it's not a cultivar of this region, is a cultivar of France. It's a very early apricot, but it don't find so well in this climate. As you can see in the foliage, it's not so good, but the apricot is good. And then this is also 3 years old pear, and then I put just last year a poplar, because in the first time I just put a lot of fruit tree without canopy layer tree. This is the willow of 1 year, and then that's it. This is not so good area, because I didn't know in the past how to do, and now I'm going to do better work. This is Nashi pear, and this is the famous Stanley plum tree. It's a 4 years old tree, and that's it. Just to finish, I want to show you, like, you can start a scratch. Also here, Susina del Drago, plum. There are a lot of fruit actually. You can start without money. Actually, yes, here I use the hay, I buy the hay, but it's quite cheap. But you can use your grass. If I have the stuff to do it, I will do it, but I can't. But you can plant your seed of peach, like here, or doing the cuttings. As I'm doing here a small placenta, I don't know the name in English, like with the fava and sambucus. Starting from here, I start from a lot of cuttings. You see a lot of cuttings, but also the small tree in the pot. This almond from seed. This is yeah, walnut. And this is an experiment of a big cutting. It doesn't work so well. But the cutting of salix is very good here. I have problem on salinization, but you see apple tree, they are very small, but from seed they can grow, I think. Here, all that you are seeing here, and all my experiment, no water. I don't have water here. And it's doing like 600 millimeter of water every year. Just so you also peach tree. There are two cultivar. Like one is Mysore, other one is the wild peach. And yes, this is salix, and the other is very small. I planted this one 3 months ago in March. Okay, so guys, I'm happy to show you my experiment, and for me it's a very good starting point to do simple stuff here in Mediterranean. This is not Mediterranean, this is more temperate. This is not Mediterranean, but very simple. I see a lot of complicated stuff here in our climate that doesn't work for me there, and this already bear fruit. You already can sell your stuff, your fruit in the second year, and I'm lonely here, but you can still do in the market gardening here, produce a lot of vegetable, and that's it. I think that you see it's very simple. Like I can repeat to you, it's just 1 meter you put the emergent, other meter you put the fruit tree, other meter you put other emergent. You have to find the right emergent for your situation, for your climate, and then for all in the starting point you put like a medium low layer just for doing chop and drop like Sambucus nigra, and then with the time you take out. You can already plant quercus, you can already plant Castanea sativa also this is not the climate here, but you can do it. So with the time that Castanea or quercus are growing, you take out the poplar tree and this will grow. But yes, as I said, I will change a little bit this system. If you can watch my video in YouTube, the name is Terra Genera, but I speak in Italian there. But I will publish other system more easier to do, now with more space, and for me it worked better than this one. But this you see is very simple. 4 meter from here. I think I didn't say it before, but from a row to another row is 4 meter. And then starting here you cut the grass. Maybe 4 meter are not good, you need more, 5 and 6 to 8 meter maybe. And then in the future, also now you can grow in berry here. You can do it. You can grow artichoke, you can grow asparagus, you can do a lot of stuff and produce a lot of income. But then with the time, the problem in this system, so dense and short, for sure you have a problem with the poplar that are too dense. So you have to take still pruning at least every year, if not 2 times a year, and to let the light enter for the fruit tree. That's it. So bye guys.